You probably received gifts that seemed harmless. But did you know that some gifts can carry negative energy, even attracting bad luck into your life? In this video, we will explore 8 gifts you should avoid receiving, according to Buddhist teachings, to protect your inner peace and stay away from the harmful effects they may bring. Are you curious to know what these gifts are? Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out and learn how to protect your own energy. If you haven't subscribed to the Serenity Within channel yet, don't forget to hit subscribe to receive new videos on how to maintain peace and positive energy in your life. Part 1. Introduction to the Buddhist view of the energy of gifts. In Buddhism, every object, whether a gift or an everyday item, carries its own unique energy. When you receive a gift, you're not only receiving a physical object, but also a part of the energy or emotions of the giver. Buddhism emphasizes the connection between the material and the spiritual. And according to this view, every gift can deeply influence the recipient's soul and energy. A gift is not just an act of giving, but an invisible connection between the giver and the receiver. The emotions and energy the giver carries can have a powerful impact on the recipient. Buddhism and stories about the energy of gifts. In Buddhist scriptures, there's a story about a revered monk who refused to accept gifts from people who approached him with anger or resentment. According to Buddhism, a gift from such individuals not only carries material value, but also negative energy, which could harm the monk's spiritual practice. When you accept a gift from someone with conflicted energy or an unsettled mind, you are not just receiving an object, but also taking on the negative emotions or tension that person might be carrying. These gifts can affect your mood, diminish your inner peace, and create challenges in maintaining harmony and tranquility in life. In today's modern world, I believe that when someone gives a gift, they are not only offering a physical item, but also imparting a part of their own energy. From simple presents to grand gestures, every gift contains the emotions, thoughts, and energy of the giver. This is especially true when the gift comes from someone with whom we have an unstable relationship, such as someone with whom we have conflicts or who is experiencing emotional turmoil. In these cases, the gift may carry negative emotions, even unspoken feelings of resentment or anger from the giver. I have experienced situations like this. Receiving gifts from people with whom I had difficult relationships. The gift appeared harmless, but upon receiving it, I felt a sense of discomfort or unease that was hard to explain. Even though the physical gift was not problematic, I realized that the negative energy from the giver had inadvertently affected me, leaving me feeling more burdened than lighthearted. For this reason, I believe that receiving a gift requires not just gratitude, but also a wise sense of discernment. Before accepting a gift, I always ask myself whether it truly brings peace, harmony, and goodness into my life. Sometimes, saying no to a gift is not an act of disrespect, but a way to protect my own energy, maintain my inner calm, and avoid unwanted external influences. From a Buddhist perspective, every gift is not just a material object, but also a transfer of energy. Therefore, before accepting a gift, we need to be mindful and ensure that the gift brings positive energy into our lives, rather than harming our inner peace. After learning about the influence of energy in gifts, let's dive deeper into the gifts that Buddhism advises us to avoid. Since each gift is not only a material object, but also carries a part of energy, Buddhism teaches that certain gifts can have negative effects, impacting the peace and tranquility of the recipient's soul. So, which gifts should be avoided according to Buddhism? Let's explore in the next section. Part 2. Gifts to avoid according to Buddhism. Inherited gifts from strangers or people with troubled lives. In Buddhism, when receiving an inherited gift from someone who has passed away or from someone with a troubled past, these gifts may carry unresolved memories or incomplete karmic ties. In Buddhist scriptures, it is believed that gifts can carry the energy of their previous owners. And if that person had an unsettled or unhappy life, the energy from the gift may not bring peace to the recipient. A typical example could be an inherited gift from someone who lived a life full of suffering or from someone with complex family relationships before passing away. These gifts may carry feelings of grief, anxiety, or unresolved emotions. I remember a story shared by a close friend about a bracelet she inherited from her grandmother. The bracelet was a valuable material gift, but when she wore it, she felt uneasy and even experienced irrational anxiety. After investigating further, she discovered that her grandmother had gone through many hardships in life and had complicated family relationships before passing. It turned out that the bracelet was not just a material object, but also carried unresolved emotions from the past, and she had unintentionally received that negative energy. From this story, I realized that sometimes when we inherit gifts from people who have passed on, we are not just receiving a material object, but we are also facing unresolved memories and emotions. This made me reflect on the fact that when we give gifts, we are also sending a part of our own energy. Therefore, I'm very conscious of whether a gift truly brings peace, rather than just focusing on its material value. Gifts from people with complex relationships. Buddhism also teaches that when receiving gifts from people with whom we have complex relationships, such as those with unresolved conflicts or negative emotions, these gifts can carry unresolved energy. A gift in such situations is not just a kind gesture, but maybe an attempt to mend a relationship or even resolve resentment. In such circumstances, the gift can carry tension and disharmony, making the recipient feel uneasy and exhausted. I recall a time after a major argument with an old friend when I received a gift from them. Despite our relationship being far from harmonious, the gift held no particular material value, but after accepting it, I felt an odd sense of unease. I began wondering whether the gift was truly a gesture of reconciliation or just an attempt to ease the tension. After some reflection, I realized that it wasn't the gift itself that was the issue, but the energy from our earlier argument that still lingered in the gift. This made me reflect on receiving gifts from people with whom we have unresolved relationships. While the gift itself may not be bad, when the relationship between the two parties is still unstable, these gifts may not bring the positive energy we expect. In such situations, I believe it's important to truly feel the gift and carefully consider whether it truly brings peace. Gifts from people with anger or hatred. A gift from someone who is carrying anger or hatred can carry negative energy, harming the recipient. Buddhism teaches that emotions like anger and resentment can deeply affect one's life and negatively impact others. A gift from a person with these emotions may not just be a physical item, but a manifestation of negative feelings, and it can transmit those emotions to the recipient. One thing I've noticed in life is that sometimes we can't avoid receiving gifts from people with whom we have unstable relationships. However, we can protect ourselves by feeling the gift. If a gift from someone makes you feel tired, stressed, or even anxious, it might be time to reconsider accepting that gift. While the gift may not always bring happiness, our perception of it can show whether it truly brings peace. I believe that accepting gifts from people who harbor anger or hatred is not just about the material object, but about protecting our soul from negative energy. That's why, before accepting a gift, I always ask myself whether this gift truly brings peace into my life. By applying Buddhist principles in our daily lives, we can learn how to recognize and avoid gifts that are harmful to our soul and mental health. Always remember that a gift is not only material, but also carries energy, and we have the right to choose gifts that bring peace and positivity. So, we've explored the gifts to avoid according to Buddhist teachings, along with the negative energies they may carry. But how can we become aware of which gifts are suitable and which ones we should stay away from for our own well-being? Let's move on to the next section, where I will share a true story and the lesson learned from it, helping us better understand how to apply these principles in our daily lives. This story is not only a real-life example, but also a reminder about the importance of choosing and being mindful of the energy behind the gifts we receive. Part 3, the story and the lesson. I want to share with you a story about a close friend of mine. He received a special gift from his mother, a pillow she had made by hand. At first, the gift seemed very meaningful, and he felt joyful to receive it. However, after a short time, He began experiencing continuous nightmares and unexplained feelings of anxiety. This made it difficult for him to rest peacefully. When he sought advice from a psychologist, he was encouraged to delve deeper into the source of these feelings. Later, he met with a monk who helped him realize that the pillow he received carried unresolved energy from his mother. His mother had endured a lot of stress and worry over a long period of time, and this pillow unintentionally contained the unresolved emotions she had not released, causing him discomfort when using it. This story really made me reflect deeply. It showed me that a gift is not just a material object, but also a means of communicating emotions, energy, and even unresolved burdens from the giver. I realized that sometimes a gift can carry invisible types of emotions, and if we are not aware, they can affect our mental and physical well-being. Just like in my friend's story, sometimes the giver's anxiety can unintentionally be transmitted to the recipient. This is not always easy to notice, but if we feel uncomfortable or anxious when receiving a gift, it is a sign to pay attention and reconsider its source. From gifts like these, I learned that if you feel uneasy about a gift, don't hesitate to decline or find a way to address the emotions tied to it. Protecting your mental well-being is more important than any material item. If the gift brings tension or even pain, it's time to ask yourself whether the gift truly has value and whether it genuinely brings peace to your soul. This story also reminded me that we need to consider a gift not only from a material perspective, but also by sensing the energy and emotions of the giver. In life, we are not just receiving a gift, we are also receiving the emotions behind it. And sometimes, this can teach us valuable lessons about how to accept and protect ourselves from unwanted influences. When we understand that a gift is not just a material object, but also carries invisible energies, protecting ourselves from negative energies becomes crucial. So, how can we protect our energy in a world filled with external influences? In the next section, I will share with you some simple yet effective practices to protect your energy, helping you maintain peace and avoid unwanted effects from gifts or external influences. Let's explore these methods to stay strong and mindful in our daily lives. Part 4. How to protect your energy. Recognizing if a gift carries negative energy. In Buddhism, maintaining mental clarity and balance is essential. A gift, whether material or spiritual, can carry the energy of the giver, and sometimes we don't immediately realize it. One simple way to identify if a gift carries negative energy is by asking yourself, does this gift truly bring peace to me? If you feel any doubt or experience anxiety, stress, or discomfort when holding the gift, it's a sign that you need to be cautious. Sometimes, our body's unspoken sensations act as a clue to detect unwanted influences. In modern life, it's not always easy to clearly identify the source of a gift's energy. However, I believe our ability to sense energy is quite powerful. There have been times when I felt uneasy about a gift right from the moment I received it, even though the gift itself appeared beautiful or useful. That unease was a sign that the energy from the giver might be affecting me in ways I couldn't explain at the time. If you feel uncomfortable with a gift, don't hesitate to decline it. This isn't about lacking gratitude, but about respecting yourself. Protecting your energy is one of the best ways to maintain peace in your life. Cleansing and protecting your energy. Once you realize that a gift may carry unwanted energy, there are various ways to cleanse and protect yourself. One of the simplest and most effective methods is meditation. Meditation helps you reconnect with yourself, calm your mind, and restore balance. You can also use energy cleansing tools such as sage, or even change the environment you live in. Tidying up and rearranging your living space doesn't just make it more comfortable. It can help eliminate any negative energy that might have accumulated. A clean, spacious, and organized environment can make you feel much more peaceful and free. I've also experimented with cleansing my living space using simple methods like lighting candles, diffusing essential oils, or burning sage. After each session, I feel lighter and more at ease, as though the space around me has been completely refreshed. This is a great way to keep myself feeling comfortable and ready to embrace positivity. I also believe that regular meditation is one of the most effective ways to keep my energy in the best possible state. Meditation helps me clear my mind, release anxiety and stress, and create a peaceful space within my heart. With these energy protection methods, such as meditation, cleansing your space, or simply listening to your body and noticing any changes when receiving a gift, you can protect your inner peace and positive energy. Remember, each person has the right to protect their space and energy. If a gift doesn't bring peace, don't hesitate to decline it or find ways to cleanse its energy to preserve tranquility in your life. As we've seen, gifts are not just material objects. They carry the energy of the giver. Every gift can hold emotions, memories, and energy that we may not always be aware of. That's why it's so important to recognize and protect ourselves from negative energy to maintain peace and balance in our lives. Remember, if you feel uneasy with a gift, don't hesitate to decline it or find ways to cleanse its energy. Sometimes, protecting yourself is the most important thing, and it's a way to maintain serenity and inner peace. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the Serenity Within channel so you won't miss out on future videos about living with peace, protecting your energy, and incorporating Buddhist teachings into daily life. Together, we'll continue the journey toward inner calm and spiritual growth. Please like and share this video if you think it could help your loved ones. Wishing you peace and happiness always.